Do you ever feel a bit overwhelmed when you think about the amount of money that you need to earn in a year? Or maybe you're one of those business owners who don't sit down and set a yearly revenue goal or monthly sales targets. If that's you, then in today's video, I'm going to share with you a really easy way of creating those monthly sales targets so it doesn't feel so overwhelming. I'm Carole Bozkurt of the Blueprint Group Practice. I'm a sales and marketing strategist and business mentor, and I've been making videos like this to help business owners like you to attract your ideal clients and convert them into paying clients. Firstly, what I want to say is, if you don't have a sales target for every single month of the year, then you are not running a proper business. You're running a hobby business. Now, there is nothing wrong in running a hobby business if that's what you want. But if you are trying to grow a serious business where you have a flow of revenue coming in, where you want to increase that revenue year in, year out, so it can provide you with that life that you truly want to live, then you need to take your yearly sales goal and monthly sales targets seriously. Now, a lot of the time, what happens is business owners set a revenue goal for the year, and it very quickly becomes overwhelming just thinking about that amount of money they need to bring in. Sends them into a cold sweat. How on earth are they going to achieve it? So what a lot of business owners do is, rather than start working on that sales goal, they say, it's all right. I've got the whole of the year to achieve it. I won't bother now. I'm going to allow myself to procrastinate. Now, of course, they don't say that out loud, but that's what's going on subconsciously. So where do we start? Well, we absolutely need a sales target every single month. And the reason for this is it gives you the focus so that you can direct your effort and attention. So rather than saying, oh, that looks an interesting webinar, let me sit down for a couple of hours and watch it, or let me watch some YouTube cat videos, or what's the next box set on Netflix? What happens is our sales target give us a very clear direction on what we need to do, what we need to achieve each month in terms of generating revenue. And as human beings, we love working towards a goal. And when we achieve that goal, it motivates us even further. And the great thing is, because you're very clear on the path you are taking and what you need to do, it's a lot easier to capitalize on any opportunities that come your way, because you know if it's taking you towards achieving your goal or taking you away from it. So it becomes easier to say yes to the right things and no to the wrong things. So setting your sales goal and sales target each month enables you to have the clarity that you need to help give you focus and to give you direction. And as I said, if you don't have a sales target, then you really don't have a business. Now, one of the things I always tell my clients, and I want to share with you today, is you have to learn how to make $1,000 every single month before you can learn to make $2,000 every month, before you can learn to make $5,000 every month, and so on. Why? Well, when you learn how to make $1,000 consistently, you will automatically put systems and processes in place, even if you haven't got them documented, to ensure that $1,000 is always coming in to your bank account. And if you want to know how to create some simple systems and processes, then check out my video on how to do this. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're a well-being coach and you've decided that you're going to create a membership group. You're selling that membership group for $20 per person per month. And in order to bring in $1,000 into your bank account, you are going to have to sell 50 places. So once you've learned how to bring in $1,000 a month, your next step is to say, how can I make $2,000 every month? And then how can I make $3,000 every month? And so on. So we sort of like all get that. But let's talk now about how you can set those monthly sales targets and make them realistic. Firstly, you've got to be really clear on how much money you need to make every single month. So if you are working for yourself and you live on your own, you might have to pay the mortgage, the rent, the bills. You've got to put food on the table. You need to know exactly how much money you need to bring in every month. Now, one of the biggest problems I see so many solopreneurs make is they don't know exactly how much money they need to bring in every month to keep them solvent. At the best, they might have a rough idea in their head, but often the reality is very different. And they forget about those things that crop up once a month, for example, web hosting or renewal of their website URL. And they definitely don't have it written down in an Excel spreadsheet or a Word document or a Google Doc. So the first step is to document all your outgoings for your business and your life on a weekly, monthly, and yearly basis. Your next step is to review and document how much money you made every single month over the past 12 months. If you don't have this information to hand, then this is the next step for you to carry out. It's that simple. So you're really clear on how much money you need to make every single month and how much money you've made every month last year. Now, every single year we're in business, ideally, we want to increase the amount of revenue that we generate because that's how we grow. And a lot of business owners don't really think about that. They don't think about how much they need to increase their revenue. Sometimes what they say is, oh, I don't know, I want to make 6 figures. But they are forgetting that in the past year, they only made 12,000. And to jump to 100K means they are going to have to take a big leap to make that additional 88K on top of the 12K that they've also got to make. Now, I'm not saying it can't happen. There are always exceptions to the rule. And I even know some people that have done that. But it really is a small minority of business owners that can take that big leap. A better approach that doesn't overwhelm the business owner is to say, I want to increase my revenue by 20%. Now, 20% is the norm in the corporate world. So let's just say for ease of mathematics, you make £1,000 or $1,000 every month. So in year one, you've made $12,000. You want to increase that by 20%. That's $2,400 per annum. So you know how to make $1,000 every month. You've got that down. There is no problem there. Now what you want to do is to make that extra 20%. So you're looking for an additional $200 every month. So let's go back to our original example of the well-being coach creating a membership group. In order to create that additional 20%, you would need an extra 10 people coming into your group and paying $20 a month, and that would give you $200 every month. And at the end of the year, you would have increased it to 20%. But let's just say 3 months down the road, you feel a lot more confident and comfortable about making that additional 20%. So you may challenge yourself to increase it by an additional 5%. So now you're looking to increase your revenue by 25%. So you're looking to get or generate $250. So again, keeping with our example of a membership, you could say you need to get an extra 3 people to join your membership, and that will give you $60 per month, which is a bit more than 50. So you're making just a bit more than 25% every month. Then maybe in 3 months' time, again, you'll challenge yourself further and push yourself a little bit more and start to bring in 30% rather than 25. And again, this is just an additional £50 on top of that 25%. And you don't have to bring people in a membership group. You might decide to run an online webinar and you might say, I've only got to get 5 people signing up to pay me $10 each, and I've made that money. So you can see how quickly you can start to increase your revenue. Now, of course, I've just given you a really simple example and used low fees of getting 20%. For some coaches or consultants, 20% is too big a leap. So it all depends on what you have to offer, the fees you are charging. But hopefully what this has just given you is an understanding of how you can challenge yourself to increase your revenue by focusing on it every month. So just to recap, you know how much your outgoings are every month. You know how much you need to earn every month to stay solvent. You have sales targets for every month. You have challenged yourself to increase your monthly fees, and you know what you are going to do to increase those fees. Then to make all of that a reality, you just need to deep dive on your monthly activity. And this is where it becomes a simple process. So take a piece of paper and divide it into 2 columns. At the top, write the amount of money that you want to earn each month. Head up one column, activity, and write a list of every single activity you need to do this month to achieve your sales target. Head up the other column, people, and write a list of everyone you would like to buy from you. And then start to connect with those people or send them an email or a message. Measure all your achievements. Keep a note of what you did and the result that you achieved. And the reason why we do this is so that you can challenge yourself moving forward and make any necessary changes. For example, if you sent out 50 emails to get 10 people signed up to your pay for webinar, you could then ask yourself, what can you do to get more than 10 people signed up the next time? What happens if you double the number of emails that you send or expand your list? All of this helps you to have better conversations with yourself as the business owner, better conversations with your coach, and also with your clients. A lot of business owners don't like taking giant leaps. They are more comfortable taking baby steps. And as those baby steps produce positive results, the steps get bigger and bigger as their confidence, excitement, and motivation grows. Everything I have shared in this video is how to not get overwhelmed with your sales targets. So if you have enjoyed this video, then please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you are the first to know when my new videos are available.